الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر
Okay, brothers, before we start, make sure your cellar full. And the water, those who have water next to them, you can drink during the khutbah. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، وصلى الله وسلم على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. الحمد لله الذي هدانا لهذا وما كنا لنهتدي له لولا أن هدانا الله. الحمد لله الذي حبب إلينا الإيمان وزينه في قلوبنا وكره إلينا الكفر والفسوق والعصيان. وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل وسلم على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد كما صليت وباركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون، واعتصموا بحبل الله جميعا ولا تفرقوا، واذكروا نعمة الله عليكم إذ كنتم أعداء فألف بين قلوبكم فأصبحتم بنعمته إخوانا. Praise be to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He gave us the chance to be here in His house, and we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in this great time of Friday, great hour of Friday, to forgive all our sin between the last Jum'ah and this Jum'ah. And wherever we do good, we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to accept it from all of us. Those who are sick among us, we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to grant him shifa. And we remember our fathers and mothers, brothers and sisters, those who left us, die back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in this moment to forgive their sin and to reward them Jannat al-Firdaus. Allahumma ameen. 2 weeks ago, when I make the khutbah about the worship, I'm gonna start remind ourselves what we talking about the worship, and we go to the topic for today. And we said Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the Quran make it clear for all of us the reason for our existence in this life. Allah saying in the Quran, وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala create the human being and the other creation just for worship. And we said, all of us, we understand that. But we said, there's two kinds of worship. Worship is al-ibadat al-sha'airiyya, ritual worship. That's salah, siyam, zakah, and hajj. And the shahada, all of us, we say it one time in the life. This is called ritual worship. How long take this? A day? Let's say 1 hour. We pray 5 prayer, 10 minutes each prayer, 50 minutes. Let's make it 1 hour. And we have 23 hours left. And we said the most and the majority of the Muslim, they understand when you say Allah create us to worship, they understand only part of the worship. That's, they talking about when they come to the masjid, they make salah, when they go to umrah, when they make hajj, when they fast, when they give zakah. They understand, the majority of the Muslim, they understand the worship is the ritual worship, action of worship. And we said salah, zakah, hajj, that's part of the worship. Is only almost 2% of the worship. We said we worship Allah every day like 50 minutes, 1 hour. We have 23 minutes left. What is that? This is, they call it act of worship. Al-ibadat al-ta'amuliyya. And we have the manners, al-akhlaq, that's complete. We said we have to understand, if you understand the worship is every action, every word you said, every walk you do, every job you done, every relationship you have, every smiling you do, every happiness, every sadness, that's everything is worship. If you understand the worship is going with you for 24 hours, this is, you worship Allah in the right way. You worship Allah in the right way. Like we sleeping. When you sleep 5-6 hours, if you have in your intention, I'm going to sleep to relax my body, to wake up, to go to work, to support myself and my family. All the time when you have your niyyah to relax, all the time when you are asleep is count for you worship. It's like when you are praying in the masjid. Your attention is to relax, to work, to support yourself and your family. You wake up, you making your salat fajr. After that, you making the dua. You read some Quran. You're going to eat your food. When you have your intention, when you're eating your food to make yourself able to work, that's worship. The walk you go to your work, the walk you drive or you walk, that's worship, because you're going to do worship job to support yourself and your family from asking the people. Now you go into your job. When you do your job in the right way, that's worship. When you not deceive anyone, when you not cheating anyone, that's worship. When you make your money from halal way, that's worship. When you are honest, that's worship. When you are the employer and you have a lot of worker with you, when you give him what you're supposed to give him, the deserve, when they work for you, you give him what they deserve, That's worship. If you are a worker, you work for someone else. When you are honest, when you do the work, what you're supposed to do, that's worship. When you play it, that you commit sins. When someone trusts you and you steal them, you commit sins. When you say the truth, that's worship. When someone trusts you with something, you keep it and you bring it back to him, that's worship. When you're dealing with your father and mother, that's worship. When you're dealing with your neighbor, is worship. When you're dealing with your friend, is worship. We cannot understand worship when we come to make salah. Yes, salah is very important. The 5 pillars of Islam are very important, but this is part of the worship. The worship is going with us 24 hours. When we sleep, when we wake up, when we take a shower. When you take a shower, you have the need to be clean. This worship, you are getting reward. Because in Islam, in a hadith, al-nadafatu min al-iman. Cleanness is part of the faith. Man kana yu'minu billah, say that the iman is more than 70 branch or part. He said the highest when you say La ilaha illallah, I worship only Allah, and the lowest when you clean the road. When you have anything you see it in the road, that's we clean it, you move it, you remove it. I see the other day one brother he come, he see the whatever the dog they left outside, he come and he take the water. That's worship. Clean ourselves, have the nice clothes, have the perfume, smelling good, all worship. When you make your niyyah to be the best Muslim, that's worship. When you drive your car in the right way, follow the regulation, that's worship. When you bother the people in the street and do a lot of things wrong, you commit sins. We have to understand that the worship is going with us for every single moment in our life. You have your phone. When you use your phone in the right way, is worship. When you look in or listening to bad thing, that's committing sins. We have to understand that. Because most of us, when they do 5 prayers a day, most of the people they pray in the Masjid, they think that's it. They are the best. And we say, people fasted the whole day, and you see him the first thing he do, he break his fast with a smoking cigarette. That's mean he understand the worship. You see brother, he finishing the salah, and you see him outside scratching the lot. He didn't understand the worship. He think the worship is salah. This is how we understand Islam. Every single thing, you be in your room by yourself, thanking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala what you do. Your phone, no one knows what you did in your phone. Because you can do halal thing, you can read the Quran, you can have knowledge, and you can have haram relationship through the phone. This is how we understand. This is how we understand. Our time too. When you use your time and the right thing, that's worship. When you use your time for a bad thing, that's committing sins. Disobedience. Now, our student, I see a lot today here. Your time is what? And I tell you, when I finish tomorrow, inshallah, you listen to the khutbah and you send me a report. Not to come to ignore anything. This is what we come. It's lesson every week we learn. Our student, your time, your worship. Your worship is to focus on your school. to finish school, to go to the college, to have the highest education. Everyone around the world dream to come United States of America to study, to have knowledge. And plus that, we have to be a Muslim before we have education. And this is the responsibility of the fathers. When your child 5 years and up, you start teaching him the Islam, the right, the wrong, the halal, the haram, and he's going to the school. It's okay. He can be whatever he want to be. But he have to know Allah before. Allah is with him in his heart. Whatever he do, he say, this is, did Allah wanted to do it or no? This is the important thing. This is how we understand the worship. We said Salah, Zakah is small part of our religion. We have to do it. We don't say we will make it is nothing. No. Your Salah 5 times, you have to do it. When is Ramadan, you do your Ramadan. Hajj, if you're able to go to the Hajj, you do it physically and financially. Zakah, when you have money and you know the rule and regulation in Zakah, you do it. This is the foundation of Islam. We have a lot to do. I say, I was one of our brothers, the one who was almost in the Masjid, and he have cellar phone place. And I visit him. This is, I say it for us to get benefit, not to talk about the brother. We don't know who's the brother. When I stay with him behind the counter, and he's selling, the earphone, the one you visit in Yonkers. They buy the brand backing, T-Mobile. It's almost $25. The box. And he's put it inside Taiwan stuff like 50 cents. He put it inside the bag and he sold it for the customer. He said, what are you doing, brother? He said, this is how the way we do our business. I say, this is not in Islam. How you pray every day and you doing this? How you cheat the people? How you take $25 or $20 for something that's not cost you 50 cents? This is how, because they said the wrong, when you understand that's Islam, and you make salah. You see what he did? Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he said, when he asked the companion, he asked him, who's the bankrupt? And we know who's the bankrupt. The bankrupt, as we know, is the one who lost all his money. He didn't have anything. He had business, he lost his business. He didn't get nothing. He said to Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, it's not that the bankrupt. The bankrupt, the one who come with a lot of hasanat, from salah, siyam, always praying, hasanat, but he's doing wrong to the others. Like what you said, the example I said, you pray in the masjid, you make a lot of hasanat, and you cheat into others. What is going to happen in the day of judgment? When you do it like that against the people, or you are a mechanic, someone come to you, your car have something for 200 and you look for this, fix this, until you charge him 1,500. And one of the brother, I asked him, why you close your mechanic and his good business? He said, if you're a lie, if you want to steal people, it's going to be good business. That's why I want to say the truth. And they said, when you do wrong like this with the others, They come in the day of judgment for Allah. He sell for me the airhead for $20 and is costing 50 cents. What Allah is gonna tell him? They're gonna take his hasanat from Salah and Zakah and Hajj and Umrah. And the other one can take until he finish. You don't have no more hasanat. If he still owe them, they take from their bad deeds, from sayyatihim, wa tuba alayhim. They take from their bad deeds and they put it in him. And they take him to the hellfire. We don't want to be there. We have to know how to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Worship is 24 hours with us. Every moment we do in worship. This is how we understand. This is, I started, but it's already, we're making the half of the time. My topic for today is about the Hijrah. We're still in 18 of Muharam. Most of our kids, maybe they don't understand the story of Hijrah. And we don't want the story only. We want to, what is the lesson? What is the lesson we understand from the Hijrah? First, Hijrah, why? Because they have a problem between Muslim, the believer, and disbelief in Mecca. This means, yes, we said, yeah, Abdul Rahman, we're going to make a report, I want you to listen. No, Khalid and Abdul Rahman, come Abdul Rahman, come. I know you from the school, you always sitting and talking. Sit here, put the water away. We said no water in the khutbah. Okay. Try to listen and you make a report and you send it to us. Okay? I forget. See, always when you talk about something, what are you always talking about? Hijrah. We said Hijrah. When anyone, you talk to him about Hijrah, he know that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, because the disbeliever in Mecca, they attack him and they attack his companion, he emigrated. This means that the